Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my very first StarCraft video. This, well, 1v1 video, I should say. This is a game between the blue Zerg, spawning at the 9 o'clock position on Moss Temple. His name is Tirrath. He is actually my friend, and he sent this in to me, and I'll give you details in the description below if you would like to send me any replays that you think you did well in. This is the 6 o'clock position. Spawning as red, we have Murazor, and I believe this was a ladder game, so this wasn't any practice game or anything like this. These guys are not of the best quality. They are bronze leaguers, I believe, and yeah, it kind of shows in their APM. APM is not a representation of skill all the time, but it can give you a general idea. I mean, just because you have low APM doesn't mean that you have bad macro, and normally low APM means you have a higher chance of being able to macro, but not necessarily micro. But we'll see how that goes as the game goes along. We see that there's going to be cheese from red going down. This is unusual to do against a Zerg player. Normally, you would want to do it at the front to block any early expansion going down. So very odd placement from red. Quite possibly he did not want anything going down. We do see the Pathing Overlord scouting right over on top. So unsure if he's going to notice if something's up. It's his kind of odd pylon placement, especially versus a Zerg player. Normally you would opt out to wall off right here. So instantly I would assume that he would think that something is up. Something different. We do see a forge and a gateway going down. That's another thing that's a little bit different. Normally it would be two gateways, especially if you were building inside their base. We have spawning pool going down right now, just about to finish. As soon as it finishes, I assume that it will be making that queen. Yep, he can make that. Make it now. Make it now. Make it now. Okay. Okay, now. That works. Overlord should be being made here shortly. We'll have guys going into gas. This is late gas placement, but you know, at this level, it's all right. Just make sure if you want speed really fast, make sure you get that gas first. Get it before the spawning pool, and you'll have 100 right as it comes up. However, because he's going roaches, his gas timing is perfect for roaches. If you want more of that money, and basically you want more of that money because around that 22 supply, most of the time you want to expand. Anything later than that is actually a late expansion for Zerg, and normally means you would want to have an early attack. We have the first Zell out right now for our Protoss spawning at 6 o'clock. I already said that. Huh. Oh well. We do have two cannons going up. He is kind of worried, hoping that there's no type of Zergling running by. If Blue decided to go for Zerglings, I think he would have been able to end the game already. I'm kind of surprised that he did not send the drone out. He needs to do more scouting in that sense, because if you just have that Overlord going around, as soon as that first Stalker is out, it's going to pick it off. You normally want to, as soon as you bring it over here, you see that you either want to bring it over here, or you want to leave it down here and send that in later as the sacrificial Overlord. We do have him building up Zealots right now. I don't believe that he has scouted it, so he knows it's there. He's trying to get some roaches, does not have enough. He finally puts his spine crawler down. I would like to see a second one go down right about right here. Cannon going up right now. And actually, with that placement, spine crawler placement, before these photo cannons would get too close, I would put them, just put them right here. If the Zealots attack, you got the roaches, you got the queen, and that's a way to force red to attack with his guys. We can also see the red vision that he is slowly pushing forward. He wants to pick off that queen. Yep, he's targeting that queen. We also see the roaches are trying to get rid of. Oh, he's targeting the extractor. That's not good. He would have been able to hold this off he would have been able to hold it off with just this had he not done that, I believe. We do see another queen in production. Continuing to build zealots, continuing to build zealots. Honestly, at this point, I would like to see Red go for an expansion right now. He has Zerg worried about everything else. I would also like Zerg to go for his expansion and even expand a second time. Reason being is once if he is able to hold this off, he will be able to fly ahead of his Protoss enemy. We do see that he is racking up some money, unsure as to why. Instead of building, yeah, definitely not build Zerglings. You want to worry about this. You don't want to just go ahead and attack in the main, because usually by this time it would be completely walled off properly. However, this being a low-level game, he is able to get away from it, and yes, we do see the Zerglings running down now. We have this prod going over here. This is kind of interesting. I'd rather him expand right here. But what he could do is put a pylon and 2 cannons and just take down these rocks, and that will end up working. And yes, my computer isn't that great. We have 2 more cannons going down. I really want to see him stop making cannons and start worrying about continuing getting further in the game. My definition of all-in is you can't win in an all-in. This is not, if you did some type of cheese like this, I don't call that all-in. I call that, it is a viable strategy as long as you expand and continue progressing throughout the game, throughout the tech tree, and continue to expand. Something to take you further into the game. So once blue gets to this point, you'll have a fighting chance. However, he did get quite lucky and was able to pick off some drones, some bad placement from the roaches. We have the queen way out over here. I'd like to see him spawn some more larvae. I would like to see the creep spread start going down here to limit the space which Red can expand, or expand his base within his base. Still doing nothing with this probe. I would like him to see something happening, if not going back to mine. We still have the Zerglings down here, probably poked around here and was not able to do anything. We have these roaches. I would like to see a little micro on him, micro them back, but he did not do that. I believe that this queen would be able to pick it off if he did some little tug-and-shoot micro. I'd like to see more roaches being milled. He is stacking up way too much money. I would love to see my buddy start macroing a little bit better, a little bit faster instead of worrying about the micro. Again, at these levels, you're going to stay at these levels until you're able to macro and keep your money low. Keep it under 200. That is your first goal to get out of Bronze League, is to keep your money under 200 at all times. To be making at least 1 worker at all times. Zerg gets a little bit harder to do that, so it's understandable. Also, we see a Twilight cancel, so I would not be surprised if our Zerg buddy, our Protoss buddy, decides to go for Dark Templars. That seems to be very infamous in the low leagues, is they love to go mass zealots, especially versus Zerg. They will just make zealots all day. Too many zealots. And then they'll just make Dark Templars. Way too many Dark Templars. And really it's the downfall of Protoss in these low levels is not necessarily their skill is failing, but more so their we finally see a pylon going down. Not necessarily their skill, but more so with the fact that they just make bad in-game choices. Like at this point, it has turned into a bad in-game choice. It was fine before, but now it's just too much. He needs to go back and worry about his base. He has plenty enough here to scare the Zerg. I mean, he's already moved everything down to this space. He's spine crawling right here. I would like to see this Overlord placement go right here to avoid any future cannons from going here if that were to happen. We do see probes trying to knock away at this, and I think this is GG. I think Blue got very lucky that Red didn't know what he was doing or didn't know how to transition out of this all-in type phase. We do see Warpgate is about to finish, so I guess that's good for only one Warpgate. And no speed, so this is where it hurts him that he has no speed. He can't continue to have map control if he had another base anywhere. That's what I would be worried about. If I only saw this, even in these low levels, I think I would be worried as to where else he might have expanded to. Still did not build the cannons to start knocking this down, so my friend got extremely lucky that he will be able to hold this off, I think. Yeah, he has no money. It's just a matter of time before Tirrath moves out and takes out the rest of them. Yeah, we have more Zerglings coming down now, wiping out this. And it's kind of unfortunate. I mean, he has enough gas and money to turn this into Warped and get one Dark Templar. And I think that's his only chance at the moment. I mean, I don't see anything else giving him a possibility. But even with that, I mean, it doesn't take very long to make an Evo Chamber and a Spore Crawler, just wherever, like right here. I believe that takes... I believe that's actually faster than getting your layer and your overseer. So let's do some math really quick. We have evolution chamber, which takes about 35 seconds to construct, and we have our spore crawler that takes 30 seconds to construct. So that's 65 seconds altogether, a little over a minute. And then here takes to mutate into a layer takes 80 seconds. That's already longer than it takes to get both of those up, and plus another 17 seconds. So that's 97 seconds. So that's over a half a minute difference, and that's a long time in a game of StarCraft. We do see this Dark Templar, so he did make that work gate, and he did spawn that Dark Templar. And we see these Zerglings coming back. I don't know what they're going to do. We haven't seen him building anything. He's not building an Evo Chamber or anything like that. What he's going to do, I'm assuming he's trying to get that 100 gas and mutate in the layer. Hopefully he'll learn for the future to just go ahead and build that Evo Chamber. The Evo Chamber is much faster, and especially when you need vision now and you don't even have your layer up yet. I would like to also see him take out a gas and just put it down here. Yeah, he needs to get out of gas right now, but I mean, I guess it's okay because he's going layer and overseer, but not okay at the same time. He should but for the future, hopefully he'll remember to do that. I'll talk to him about that, and hopefully he'll do better next time. Yeah, this game is just continuing to go on. I don't see any way that Red can win now, so let's fast forward a little bit. Going at 2 times speed, so we don't miss anything. Maybe. Layers getting constructed, and he's building an Evo Chamber. That's overreacting, I think. But definitely build that Evolution Chamber first. I mean, just think about it. One gives you more tech options. The other gives you more upgrades. I think teching would take longer, realistically, over the other one. We have the Spore Crawler going down finally. I'm surprised he's not targeting that now because he went for the Evo Chamber so late. He could have just picked that off. Overseer just finished too, and I think that's game. Yep, GG, says Red. Alright, well, that's my first 1v1 that I've casted. Hopefully you like it. If you don't, well, all well. I'm going to be making videos anyways. And, yeah, hopefully I will have a diamond level game to give to you guys next time. And that will be within the week. Alright, thanks for watching, and see you guys later.